have like the cool sound effect, breaking news, with the alert like that. Kylian Mbappe has confirmed that he is leaving PSG. He has told the president Nasser Al Fayi, Jack, help me out.
Nasser Al Khalifi, yeah.
Al Khalifi, guys. If we meet in the future, Mister, I do apologize for that right there. I know. Listen,
Why would you set yourself up to say the name again?
I'm just saying. At some point, I'm probably gonna come across to him.
Right.
But PSG, Mbappe has went to the president, let him know that he's going to leave as a free agent. That is a big thing in the summer, and apparently there's going to be certain things that like they have to discuss. I'm not sure about money that has to be paid, but potentially, no, not potentially, a team is going to get the best player in the world for absolutely nothing. Granted, Jack, the sign-on fee and the wages is going to be through the roof and insurmountable, incredible, but you're still going to get Kylian Mbappe and like the brand, just him overall. You're going to get him. Now, the question is, Jack, where is he going? Now,
you and I know the answer to that.
As much as I want to come here and tell you, oh yeah, Liverpool have a chance and Arsenal have a chance, which I've been seeing lately, or Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and all these Juventus, all these teams there, Man United. We know where he's going. He's going to the all-white team. He's going to the team Los Blancos, the team who have that number 14, want that number 15 in Champions Leagues, Real Madrid. It's just, I don't think it's something that we should even talk about where he's going to go, because he is going to go to Real Madrid. At some point, they're going to get a deal. This whole saga, this whole thing has been building for so many years. It's even gone longer than the Cristiano Ronaldo saga, if you remember, Jack, how big that was at the time. This has taken on a life of its own, because I've heard on so many occasions, Jack, Kylian Mbappé is going to join Real Madrid. We've probably been doing this for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
In like heavy reports, we've sat here. Mbappe signs for Madrid. It doesn't happen, but it feels this summer it's going to happen. Jack, I just want to talk about this Real Madrid team and by adding Mbappe and apparently this deal with Alphonso Davies that could happen. Is the rest of Europe like kind of done for now? Because they're all, Jack, even, I want you to deep this right now, even without the whole back four out, Thibaut Courtois out, Alaba's out, Militao's out, Rudiger's out. Yeah, Jude Bellingham was missing. They still go away to RB Leipzig, Jack, and win. Yeah? And they're doing that with all these players out without a recognized striker. The fact that they're going to get all these players back, sign Alphonso Davies, and now sign Kylian Mbappe.
Look, I think projecting is very hard. We have to remember what Paris Saint-Germain didn't achieve with Neymar, Mbappe, and Messi, right? Now, I'm not trying to say that those guys are bad players but should have won the Champions League, but you were signed to win the Champions League and you didn't do it. I think Real Madrid obviously have a better chance, but James, it's difficult knowing how this is going to go. His ego is insane. I'm struggling a little bit because I still have my opinion, and I know we've seen him do it at the highest level, and I believe he's one of the best players in the world. Don't get it twisted. But I do think La Liga is a step up, and I do think the Champions League is a step up, and I know we've seen it internationally, but I'm interested to see him going into a team with all these guys around him where it is the top level, and week in and week out, you have to be at your best, because a team like Girona can come along and really, really trouble you for winning the league potentially, right?
Well,
in the Champions League, in the Champions League, is it going to work? And again, you talk about, for free, and I know you and I are across this, so I'm not saying this for your benefit, I'm saying this for the viewers' benefit. Guys, this loyalty bonus, which Paris Saint-Germain will not have to pay him now, Real Madrid are going to make that up in the sign-on fee. He's going to have a highest earner clause. He's going to make sure he's always the top paid player there. This is going to be a really big deal. I hope he comes to the Premier League. Man, I hope he comes to the Premier League. I don't even care where he goes. I want him in the Premier League so badly. But it's probably going to be Real Madrid. And James, it's very, very hard to look past Real Madrid winning La Liga and the Champions League every year of his time there, while Vinicius Junior is there, while Rodrigo is there, while Bellingham is there, while Tchouaméni is there, while Camavinga is there, while blah blah blah. Just go down the list of all the players that are there as well. Who's the goalkeeper, by the way? Is it Andrew Lunin who's just come in?
Yeah, yeah. Like he's doing.
He looks pretty good to me too. Eder Militao's really stepped up his game. Obviously, I know he's been hurt as well. The only guy I can see stopping this Real Madrid team from dominating in Europe year after year is Pep Guardiola and Manchester City. And James,
but Jack, we don't know what's going to happen with these counts too.
That's what I'm saying. So again, does Klopp have to go to a team and make them a contender against this Real Madrid team? Does Carlo Ancelotti go, but then somebody like Klopp goes into Real Madrid and takes up? Jim, it's a very scary prospect. And the reason why it's such a scary prospect is look at the ages of all of their best players. And James, it's like 23, 22. We're looking at 8 to 10 years of them dominating potentially. It's a very scary prospect. And in the transfer market, a lot of other teams are going to have to look themselves in the mirror and wonder how they let Real Madrid get away with this. Because, James, they're not spending crazy, crazy money in transfer fees or wages. There are plenty of other teams who are competing with them on that level too.
Jack, the crazy bit for me is that I look at this Real Madrid team, I look at players like Arda Güler, I probably butchered his name then, Brahim Diaz, who can't get into this Real Madrid team, but you know the quality that they have. We've seen the goal Brahim Diaz just scored against RB Leipzig. These players can't get into the Real Madrid team, and now they're going to add the best player in the world, in Kylian Mbappé. And Jack, you look at that midfield: Tchouaméni, Camavinga, Valverde, Jude Bellingham. Jack,
I know, gross.
And we mentioned, listen, we've seen super teams I know this is an NBA thing, but we've seen super teams in the past. Real Madrid's Galactico era, PSG, Messi, Neymar. Jack mentioned Messi, Neymar, and obviously Mbappe. Barcelona with MSN there. Real Madrid. I know Real Madrid had one team that's been able to show the dominance there, but it's hard, Jack. No matter how great, even Jack, this Pep Guardiola team, it's hard to show dominance in Europe. It's hard, but I mentioned all these teams. The one thing that I never felt a lot of these teams had, I know Man City did have, but balance. And I mean true balance. Balance from the team overall. Yeah, I'm talking about from attack to defense. They have it. And also balance in terms of view of European understanding. This Real Madrid team understand how to play a two-legged affair, Jack. You look at the majority of the players there, they've all won 60% of the team have won Champions Leagues. Alaba has won the Champions League with Real Madrid. Thibaut Courtois, Militao. I know Rudiger hasn't won. Toni Kroos and Modric, they're probably not going to be there. But you look at Camavinga, Vinicius, Rodrigo in there. Jack, the majority of that team, have won Champions League before, because they come in as young as they are, a very experienced side. And I just look at it, it's like, with what they have right now, and with the adding of Kylian Mbappé and obviously Alphonso Davies, who also may come in, you look at this Real Madrid team and be like, in the next 5 years, if you guys are not sitting on next 5 years, if you guys don't win 2 to 3 Champions Leagues, I think it's going to be a failure. Because that's the sort of level. Think about what they have been able to build, Jack, and that's credit to Perez. That's credit to the whole thing. But if they're able to build this and bring Mbappe there,
but it has to be managed properly. And I go back to Donnarumma, Achraf Hakimi, Marquinhos, Thiago Silva. I'm blanking on who the left back might have been, but Marco Verratti, etc., etc., etc. Going through that PSG team, James, that team should have won a couple of Champions Leagues too, or at least they should have been there or thereabouts. Now, they're in a beneficial position. They've got Carlo Ancelotti, who does a great job at managing big players and big egos. Jose Mourinho is available. Jurgen Klopp will be available soon. Zinedine Zidane is still available and still out there and can potentially come in for a couple of years and win and maybe do another three-peat just because he fancies it. There's a lot of guys available. Xabi Alonso, James, could potentially be. There's potential here for this to go very, very well. But depending on the appointment and depending on how that personality meshes with the likes of Mbappe, if Bellingham gets a bit big for his boots, it can all come crashing down a la PSG.
Jack, I don't think so. I think Ancelotti just signed like a 2 to 3 year deal there, and there's no better man for this job. There's no man who. I think these players, Jack, at a certain point, they just want to play. Not too much tactical here there. Let them play. Too many players don't have problems with Ancelotti because Ancelotti understands them. He understands this Real Madrid team. He meshes really well with this Real Madrid team. There is no other man, maybe Zidane, that could take over this Real Madrid team and make it happen. But just sticking on Mbappe, I'm gonna finish here. Real Madrid had some big signings. Obviously, Bale was big in Hazard was big at the time. Jude was big this season. But the last, the biggest one was Cristiano Ronaldo. This falls in my opinion, this falls into that light. Now we know what Cristiano Ronaldo came and doing, and I don't want to put that pressure on Mbappe and say you have to do what Cristiano Ronaldo, because Ronaldo, what I think is what in 438 games, I think 150 goals. I'm not sure, actually, I'm not exactly sure the number, but I know he's more goals than games for Real Madrid. The 4 Champions League, the 3-peat, the La Liga titles. I don't want to put that pressure on him, but he goes into there with a similar record to Cristiano Ronaldo at the same age once they join Real Madrid. What are we expecting from Kylian Mbappe joining this Real Madrid team, Jack? And what you expect from individually and also as a team?
Look, it's a difficult question because to me it really does depend on what happens with City and what happens with Pep. As far as I see it, if that organization no longer exists as we know it, so if they get stung with a bunch of, penalties and a bunch of restrictions and fines, and maybe they get relegated a bunch of times and Pep's no longer there, then they can win four in a row. I can't see anybody beating them because I'm
4 in a row, Jack. I think it's a bit too. Whew.
But even optimistically, who comes in and stops them? Because it's not Bayern Munich, it's not Paris Saint-Germain. I don't really think a team from Italy is going to be able to compete with them. No team from England that I can think of will be able to do it.
Liverpool, maybe. I think Liverpool. Actually, no. Liverpool, Real Madrid. Sorry, my bad. But
also, Liverpool without Klopp, without Mo Salah pretty soon, without Van Dijk pretty soon. The only team I can really think of, 2 teams really, are Arsenal if they keep going in the right direction and we see a Premier League title and we see a winning culture and we see all this stuff develop and Arteta stays there and we continue to see improvements. Or Sir Jim Ratcliffe, right, Dan Ashworth, all these names and all this money that can be spent by Manchester United and they get back to where they should be. James, outside of that, I don't think they have any competitors. Barcelona's financial issues and the stuff they have going on, but again, there's a lot that remains to be seen and it's dependent on so many factors. If you made me pick in the next 5 years, I think they win 2 Champions Leagues in the next 5 years. That would be my over-under would be 1.5, I think.
I think in Mbappe's Real Madrid career, I'm gonna put it out there. I think over 250 goals. I think he gets to 3 Champions League titles, 2 Ballon d'Ors.
In his whole career or within 5 years?
I think in his whole Real Madrid career.
Okay.
3 Champions League titles. Because Jack, we have to be realistic here. Ronaldo in his 8 years won 5. Bear in mind, 5 in 8 years or 9 years. 4 in 8 years. It's incredible. Like Champions League is so hard to win. If he can win 3, Jack, I just think that puts him on an incredible, what he's already achieved. You're looking at a status of people going to try to compare him to your Messi, Ronaldo. I don't think he's on that level yet.
No.
But I think about 2 Ballon d'Ors, 3 Champions Leagues, bunch of league titles, and just overall dominance. Maybe even he added France getting that.
James, and again,
World Cup might be a thing, Jack.
You make a good point. A Nations League, a Euros, a World Cup. I don't think that's out of the question either. An interesting one for me, and again, we'll leave this as a cliffhanger and we'll stop it here. The future of Erling Haaland post Man City is going to be very.
Oh, Jack, please stop it! No. We don't have that one. No. I don't want deep it. We could deep. When you actually deep it, Jack, it's true. Listen,
And also,
And also, Jack, somebody's gonna have to make way. Rodrigo's probably gonna have to leave because when you look at Erling Haaland's contract in the next 2 to 3 years, he could leave as a fraud. Like, oh, what are we doing?
But James, and then
Okay.
you're also getting to a point like the New England Patriots, right? Like these dynasty, like maybe the Golden State Warriors. If you're an older player, do you take 60% of what you're probably worth to go and play in that team? You probably
You
think
know
about
what?
it. And that's the winning culture. So anyway, a lot remains to be seen. James, I'll let
Okay.
you kind of sign off the video here before we get
Public service
too excited
announcement to
about
the rest of Europe. Fix
about
up. It's
the
us
World
against them
11.
now. Yeah, we have to stop Real Madrid. I'm calling
Yes.
on your Arsenals, your
Team
Man
up.
Cities, your Real Madrids, your no, not Real Madrid, your Barcelona. Barcelona, please fix up. Bayern Munich, Juventus, Inter Milan, AC Milan. Everybody, fix up. Newcastle. We gotta stop them, man. Because listen, Ronaldo, Messi, get it. Listen, get a time machine and come back. Neymar, Hazard, everybody come back because they might run roughshod
And
through the whole of Europe if everything comes to fruition.
Could be nuts. It could be, it's got the potential for the greatest club team ever, potentially.
Oh, listen, they already are, but they could listen. What a time to be alive.
Yeah.
Bring it on. It seems to be fun, guys. This is Box to Box Football. Real Madrid fans and Mbappe fans, PSG fans. Let me know what you think. This is Box to Box Football. This is Jack and Jing. Like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.